We are not just looking at tools today, we are looking at how work actually gets easier in the field. Today we have 20 Wera tools, and each piece solves a very specific problem, from tight access to precise torque control. Some of them feel simple at first glance, but once you use them, the design choices start to make sense. So let's see where each tool actually fits in electrical and mechanical workflows. Let's get started. So to start this lineup, we have the Joker 6007, and the first thing you notice is that extended body. It is not just for looks, it gives you extra leverage, so you use less wrist force when you deal with tight or deep fasteners. Because of that reach, it fits well in panel frames, mounting channels, and confined installation zones. On one side, you get an open jaw with a gripping function. The hardened teeth clamp the nut firmly, so slipping is reduced even when you work overhead. On the other side, there is an 80-tooth ring ratchet. That fine-tooth design gives a very small return angle, which helps in tight spaces where movement is limited. In addition, the dual hex jaw shape reduces the need to flip the wrench again and again. It is made from chrome molybdenum steel with a nickel chrome finish, so it resists corrosion well in site conditions. Size markings are clear for quick selection. However, it is not VDE insulated, so it suits mechanical stages of electrical work rather than live systems. Now, if you have ever snapped a bit under an impact driver, you already know how frustrating that gets, so this system feels like it was built from that exact problem. The Wera system Impaktor focuses on handling extreme torque without giving up halfway through the job. At the center, there is what Wera calls a tri-torsion setup. You get two torsion zones in the holder and another one in the bit itself. So that creates a kind of buffer system that absorbs sudden torque spikes instead of transferring all that stress into one weak point. The result is longer bit life, especially under heavy impact use. Then there is the diamond coating on the bits. These tiny particles grip into the screw head, which reduces slipping and lowers the pressure you need to apply. The holder also uses a strong ring magnet, so even longer screws stay firmly in place. For electricians who use impact drivers during installs or mounting, this system feels like a solid upgrade in durability and control. This one might feel a bit outside typical electrical work at first, yet if you deal with bikes, e-bikes, or workshop setups, it starts to make sense quickly. So the 9532 Chain Riveter Workshop Set is built as a full 20-piece kit for chain work. At the center, you get a precise chain riveter with an exchangeable pin. It handles everything from single-speed chains up to 12-speed systems. That range matters when you deal with different drivetrain setups. Alongside that, there is a Zyklop mini bit ratchet and a Rapidaptor hand holder, which adds flexibility beyond just chain work. You also get a dedicated chain link plier, which makes opening and closing master links much easier. The included bits are 89 mm long and use hex plus geometry, which reduces rounding and improves grip inside the screw head. Everything sits inside a folding pouch that keeps it organized and easy to carry. So for workshop use, especially where bikes are involved, this set feels complete and well thought out. This one feels like opening a compact kit that just keeps revealing more tools the longer you look. So the Kraftform Kompakt 100 packs 52 pieces into a textile case that stays neat and structured. Inside you get a Rapidaptor hand holder, another Rapidaptor holder for machine use, 30 bitorsion bits, 12 Impaktor bits, and 8 Hex Plus L keys. That combination covers both manual work and power tool use in one place. Bitorsion bits handle daily fastening and absorb sudden load spikes, which helps extend their life. When higher torque comes into play, especially with impact drivers, the Impaktor bits step in. They are built to handle that stress without failing early. The Hex Plus L keys help reduce wear on socket screws, which is important during repeated maintenance. Color coding helps with quick selection, and the case stands upright for easy access. It also integrates with Wera 2 Go systems. Not insulated, so it stays for prep and assembly work, yet for versatility, this set covers a lot. This is one of those tools that makes people stop and take a second look. It is small, yet it does more than expected. So the Zyklop Pocket combines a ratchet, screwdriver, and bit storage into one compact unit. It supports 1/4 inch bits and 3/8 inch sockets through magnetic mounting. Inside there is a 72-tooth ratchet, which gives a very tight 5-degree return angle. That becomes useful when you barely have space to move your hand. The head pivots and locks into different positions so you can use it straight, angled, or even like a T-handle. Inside the handle, 12 bi-torsion bits sit in a rotating magazine, always within reach. It is not insulated, so we keep it for non-live work. Still, for panel mounting, rack installs, or quick service jobs, this tool covers a surprising range. For something that fits in your pocket, it feels very capable. Now this is the kind of tool you appreciate when things don't go smoothly. We are looking at the Kraftform Kompakt 900, and it brings a manual impact function into a compact screwdriver setup. So when a screw is stuck or slightly seized, you can apply a hammer strike, and it converts that force into rotation, delivering up to 25 Newton meters. That is enough to break loose many stubborn fasteners without switching tools. And when you do not need that function, you can turn it off and use it like a standard screwdriver. There is also a hex bolster that allows extra torque using a 13mm wrench. The set includes multiple bits designed for durability, and the continuous blade system ensures direct force transfer. It is not VDE insulated, so it stays for non-live work. Still, for repair situations, this tool adds a level of control that is hard to ignore. Now we move into something more focused and everyday friendly. The Kraftform Kompakt VDE 7 is a compact insulated set built for common electrical tasks. You get one insulated handle and 6 interchangeable blades, all at 157mm in length. These blades cover the most used profiles in electrical work, mainly slotted and posi-drift sizes. So instead of carrying multiple fixed screwdrivers, this one setup handles the basics cleanly. Each component is tested up to 10,000 volts and rated safe for 1,000 volts. The handle follows the Kraftform design, which balances grip and control during longer use. Color coding helps you pick the right blade quickly, which saves time during repetitive work. The pouch keeps everything organized and easy to carry. For daily electrical jobs, this set feels simple, safe, and reliable. Now this one steps slightly into a different space, yet it still connects with technical work. The bicycle set one is built as a compact toolkit for bike maintenance, and that includes modern e-bikes as well. Inside you get a mix of bits, sockets, and a compact ratchet system designed for common fasteners found on bikes. The set focuses on portability, so everything stays organized in a small textile pouch that fits easily into a bag. The tools are designed to handle precise adjustments, which matters when working on sensitive components. While it is not a VDE set, electricians who work with e-bikes or similar equipment may find it useful. It is more of a specialized kit. Now let's talk about organization and quick access. The 9650 magnetic strip Kraftform screwdriver set takes a different approach by combining storage and usability. You get a set of Kraftform screwdrivers along with the magnetic strip that holds them in place. The strip allows you to mount the tools on a wall or workspace so they stay visible and easy to grab. That saves time, especially during repetitive work where you switch tools often. The screwdrivers follow the classic Kraftform design, with ergonomic handles that balance speed and torque. Some may include features like laser tip, which improves grip on screw heads and reduces slipping. This set is not about portability, it is about keeping your workspace efficient. For electricians working in fixed setups or workshops, this makes tool access much more convenient. We finish this group with something that focuses on comfort and control during longer tasks. The 8010B Zyklop Comfort Ratchet is built around ease of use without losing strength. It uses a 3/8 inch drive and features a fine-tooth ratchet mechanism, which allows smooth operation even with limited movement. The handle is shaped for comfort, so it sits well in the hand during extended use. The ratchet head design allows flexible positioning, which helps when working around obstacles or inside tight assemblies. Switching direction is simple and quick, so workflow stays uninterrupted. This is not a VDE tool, yet it fits well into mechanical stages of electrical work. Now this one sits a bit outside pure electrical tightening work, but in HVAC and installation support it becomes very relevant. The 9530 torque wrench kit is built around the ClickTorque X7, which handles a range from 10 to 100 Newton meters with plus or minus 4% accuracy. What really helps on site is the QR code on the wrench. You scan it, and it directly calculates the correct torque based on insert tool length, which removes manual errors. Along with that, you get 3 Joker self-adjusting insert wrenches covering 16 to 32 millimeters. They grip automatically, so no manual sizing is needed. On top of that, the ratchet action gives a smooth 30-degree return angle, which helps in tighter mechanical zones. However, it is not VDE insulated, so it stays away from live electrical work. Still, for HVAC assembly and controlled mechanical tightening, this set feels very precise and reliable in daily field use. This one feels like a compact daily service kit that adapts fast to different jobs. The ToolCheck Modular Set one is built so you only carry what you need, which keeps work efficient. Inside, you get a selected mix of drivers, sockets, and bits that cover common fastening profiles used in repair and installation. The modular system lets you swap parts quickly, so setup time stays low. At the same time, each holder keeps parts locked in place even under rough handling. The layout uses color coding and clear labeling, which helps when switching between fasteners during busy work. The case stays organized even after long use, and it integrates with other Wera systems for easier transport. However, it is not insulated, so it is not for live electrical tasks. Still, for rack installs, mechanical fittings, and general service work, this set stays very practical and time-saving. This is a 3/8 drive ratchet set built for steady mechanical control. The Zyklop system gives you a solid grip feel right away, along with a direction lever that switches rotation quickly. Inside, the fine-tooth mechanism gives a tight return angle, so even small movements help in confined spaces like panels or equipment housings. The socket selection covers common metric sizes, which keeps daily tasks simple. Each socket locks firmly onto the drive so it does not slip when working at awkward angles. Meanwhile, the build quality supports repeated daily torque use without losing stability. The ergonomic handle helps during longer sessions, while the storage rail keeps everything aligned and easy to carry. It is not VDE rated, so it stays away from live circuits. This one feels almost automatic the moment you place it on a fastener. The Joker 6004 VDE set adjusts itself instantly, so no manual sizing is needed. It includes 4 wrenches covering 7 to 19 millimeters and 1/4 inch to 3/4 inch. That range replaces multiple fixed spanners in one go. The jaws grip firmly and reduce slippage, while the ratchet function allows continuous turning. A 30-degree return angle helps in tight electrical spaces like buzz bars or cabinets. Another strong point is the parallel jaw design, which protects fastener edges. On top of that, each wrench is fully VDE insulated and tested up to 10,000 volts, so it supports safe work up to 1,000 volts. For electricians handling glands, mounts, or panel hardware, this set feels fast, safe, and very efficient in daily use. This tool works more like a compact system than a single screwdriver. The Kraftform Kompakt 20 RA-R brings flexibility into one handle. Inside, you get 6 bi-torsion bits stored directly in the grip, so basic profiles are always ready. The built-in ratchet helps during long screw runs, while the free spin mode allows quick rotation when resistance is low. Then comes the telescopic blade. Short mode helps in deep recessed screws, while extended mode works like a normal driver. You can also remove it fully and use it as a bit holder for power tools. The rep adapter system allows fast bit changes with a secure lock, which reduces downtime between tasks. However, it is not VDE insulated, so it is meant for non-live work. You know how we usually carry a handful of spanners just to cover different sizes, and half of them barely get used. So this is where something smarter comes in. Now we are looking at the Joker 6006, and it really cuts that clutter down. You get two double open-end wrenches, yet they cover sizes from 7 to 19 millimeters, plus 1/4 inch to 3/4 inch. That is a big range from just two tools. The jaws adjust automatically the moment you place them on a nut. So there is no guessing and no manual adjustment. Once it grips, it stays firm, which helps reduce slipping and protects the fastener edges. Both ends include a ratcheting action, so once you're on the fastener, you keep turning without lifting the tool. The return angle stays around 30 degrees, which helps a lot in tight panel frames or mounting spots. It is not insulated, so we keep it for mechanical work before live stages. The folding pouch keeps it compact and easy to carry. For electricians who want fewer tools without losing coverage, this feels like a very practical shift. The Click Torque Lock series is built for controlled tightening where accuracy matters more than speed. Once you set the value, you apply force until you hear and feel a clear click, which confirms the target torque is reached. The range is quite broad. On the smaller end, you get 1/4 inch drives handling 2.5 to 25 Newton meters. On the larger side, 1/2 inch versions go up to 200 Newton meters. That covers everything from delicate fittings to heavy structural tightening. A key feature here is the torque lock function. When it is turned off, the wrench works like a normal ratchet. That helps when loosening tight bolts without stressing the internal calibration. Some models also allow clockwise and counterclockwise torque application, which adds flexibility during complex assemblies. These tools are not VDE insulated, so they are not meant for live electrical work. Still, electricians use them heavily for panel assembly, rail mounting, and structural tightening before energizing systems, where accuracy is critical. This one feels built for serious torque in live environments. The 410 IVDE BRA uses a T-handle design, which lets you apply force evenly with both hands. That becomes very useful when dealing with tight or stubborn fasteners inside panels. It runs on a 3/8 inch square drive with a ball lock system, so sockets stay firmly attached during use. Inside, a fine-tooth ratchet gives a return angle of just 4.5 degrees, which helps when space is extremely limited. Now there is also a free spinning sleeve near the head. By applying light finger pressure, you can control resistance and make the ratchet engage more smoothly, even when the fastener load is low. It is fully tested up to 10,000 volts and approved for live work up to 1,000 volts. However, it must be used only with Wera VDE Zyklop sockets for safety compliance. So in real electrical panel work, especially where torque and safety both matter, this tool fits a very specific and important role. Now this is more about organization plus safety in one compact setup. The belt B VDE 1 set comes with 10 insulated bit sockets arranged on a textile belt that you can clip, hang, or mount depending on your workflow. Each socket uses a 3/8 inch drive and is individually tested up to 10,000 volts, rated for safe use up to 1,000 volts. The insulation layer is dual-colored, red outside with a yellow core underneath, so damage becomes easy to spot. The retention system is also smart. Torx bits lock through shape, while hex bits use a spring ball mechanism. That means screws stay attached even in overhead or deep cabinet work. Another useful detail is the short socket length, which helps in tight corners where space is restricted. The belt itself rotates smoothly and connects with Wera 2Go systems, so transport stays simple. For electricians working inside live panels, this setup reduces dropped fasteners and keeps everything within quick reach. Finally, this is a very tactile and practical set for everyday electrical work. The Ball Grip series changes how force feels in the hand thanks to its rounded handle shape. It allows natural downward pressure, which helps when loosening tight screws without straining the wrist. Several drivers come with laser tip ends, which bite into screw heads better and reduce cam out during high torque use. That improves control, especially in repetitive tasks. The set also includes a chisel driver with a through blade and impact cap. That means you can handle light chiseling or even free-stuck fasteners when needed. Many of the tools are VDE insulated, so they are suitable for electrical applications. Everything comes in a belt holster, which keeps access quick when working on ladders or in tight spaces. Overall, it feels like a grab-and-go kit rather than a heavy toolbox setup. And that wraps all. Thanks for watching. If you found it helpful, give it a like and subscribe for more videos. And don't forget to share your experience in the comments.